Fucking bitches put them hoes into the ground. Ain't no need to call for help, cause ain't no telephones around. Just stay in fucking pants in your motherfucking ass. Laying body down, CBD underneath the ground. Careful, down, think I'm moving through the neighborhood. Yes, I do so, but it won't help you, I'm still doing 9mm, 9mm noise.
So I've got terrible genetics, right? I'm short. I have no stamina. I don't put on muscle fast or strength. I don't put on size or strength fast. My fat is mostly stored in my midsection. A lot of people would give up. But let me tell you why I'm going to be running laps around all these people with talent and good genetics in a few years' time, and why the rest of you with average to bad genetics are going to as well. If you're obsessed, you can run laps around all the guys who are just born gifted, you know? You can run laps around them if you're just obsessed with them. You have to be. I woke up this morning and I'm gonna be dead honest, I did not want to do anything that I had to do. I didn't want to work, I didn't want to do school, I didn't want to get out here and run, I didn't want to make a video, I didn't want to edit the video from a couple days ago. I didn't want to do any of that. I didn't want to handle my family responsibilities. I didn't want to handle any of it. But see, it's in moments like that. It's in moments like that that it's worth all the people calling you crazy. Because it's in moments like that where you see the difference between someone that's obsessed and someone that's just doing it to go through the motions. Because someone who's obsessed will mentally destroy themselves over one small mistake and they'll never do it again. If they do, it's just more motivation. Someone who's just going through the motions, if they don't feel like it, they're just not doing it straight up. And the secret of this game is doing the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. If you can't tell, Hamza's is a big influence of mine. But it's true. It's very true. You have to do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. That's the only time it matters. Just like, think of the last rep. The last rep of a set. That's the one that matters. That is the growth rep, as Mike Mentor called it. That is the growth rep. That's the one that you really put your effort into. That's the one that you hold the static and you let it go slowly. You control it on the negative, because that's the growth rep. That's the one that matters. The one that hurts, the one that you fail on. That's the one that matters the most. It's the same thing when you don't feel like doing crap in life, bro. It's the same thing. When you don't feel like doing it, that's when it matters the most. Because secret that I've learned of the universe, this is just life. As a man, all of the important stuff that you have to do, all of your responsibilities, they're all going to come at a time when you don't want to freaking do them. All of them. All of the most important things that you're ever going to do, you're not going to want to do them when it comes time. Andrew Tate brings up this example of the men jumping off the Titanic all the time, how they didn't want to do it. But it's true. It's so true. People have this notion that maybe if they wait for the perfect time. You know, subconsciously they have this thing where they try to wait for the perfect time. Spoiler alert, there's never a perfect time. You've got to do it. When it matters is when you don't want to do it. Because that will build your mental fortitude. That's like iron sharpening iron. That is when you're forging your mind. That is when you're developing your iron mind. And you have to develop it young. See, everyone says you're young, you're a kid. You know, take it easy, have fun. Which to a point there's merit. Right? To a point there's merit. And for some people, that works. For those who are gifted, for those who are naturally talented, for those who life kind of just goes their way. For those people, go ahead. Have fun in your teens. Go ahead and waste your 20s. You'll be alright. For the rest of us, bro, we can't afford that weak of a mindset. We cannot afford it. You have to treat this like you're broke. I mean, we are, right? We're all broke. But you have to treat this like you're broke figuratively. Time. You do not have time. You cannot afford to have a mindset that's going to put roadblocks in front of you between you and your goals. You cannot afford it. You do not have the resources. You do not have the energy. You do not have the time. It is finite. So get up and do the work, especially when you don't feel like it. That's when it matters. When you feel like it, anybody can do it. Anybody can do it if they feel like it. But what separates the winners and the losers is who does it when they don't feel like it. When they don't want to do it. When it sucks and it hurts and it's painful. When they've gotten past that point where it's like, all right, now it's a little uncomfortable, and it gets to the point where it really freaking hurts, and you don't want to do it. You can apply this to the last rep in the gym, going to failure. You can apply this to doing your work, starting that business. You can apply this to doing your schoolwork, finishing that. You can apply this to handling your family responsibilities. You can apply this to anything. And this, people will say it's too crazy of a mindset to have for even like little minute things. You have to have it 24/7. That's something that I'm working on as well. Alright, I'm not perfect. I'll say that to the end of time. I'm not perfect. I'm working on all these things that I'm telling whoever's watching this, you, to do. You have to do it. The only time it really matters, the only time it really sets you apart from everyone else, is when you don't want to do it, but you do it anyways. That is the key. And if you're watching these kind of videos, you've heard it 1,000 times before. I'm here to remind you, do the hard work, especially